The Bengals want to make sure it's a boring game.
Yeah, right, partner, but meaning is very important when we say that. More on that in a moment. But first, we will throw it to Dan Carroll, already in St. Louis. DC begins our extensive coverage tonight.
Thank you very much, guys. If the Bengals are going to win here in St. Louis on Sunday, it is not going to be easy. The Rams haven't lost at home all year. They're playing for home field advantage in the playoffs. And this place behind me just might be the loudest place to play in all of the NFL.
It's going to be louder. You know, they've clinched their division, but they're playing for home field. So they've got just as much riding on as we do. So they're going to be ready to play. And they've got, you know, they've won so many games in a row, obviously there. So it's a big football game. But we can't, you know, we just got to go play.
We know that this is this game they look at as a must-win as well to win their division. And, you know, again, this is another one of those we've told the players from the very beginning of the second half of the season that each week gets more tough, more difficult, and much more intense.
I mean, that's a two-headed dragon right there. You know, both of them, you know, great running backs. You know, Corey Dillon held the, you know, the all-time, you know, rushing thing in the game. So both of them great running backs, and, you know, either one of them can hurt us. So we got to prepare for both of them and try to stop this run.
It's a different Cincinnati team. I think Marvin Lewis has done a wonderful job over there with their whole organization. Usually it starts from the top, and you got to trickle down to everybody else to get them on board. It seems like he's got everybody on board.
You know, you see them on tape. They're a good team now, and you know, it's not the same old Cincinnati Bengals. You know, their coach has done a great job there, and you know, they play with a lot of confidence. And you know, talking to Scott Covington a little, because he was there, and he just used to say how it used to be there. But you know, it's definitely a completely different team.
We don't need to press and try to invent stuff. Just let things occur, and good things will happen for us.
They've been working out indoors all week long, and come Sunday, we'll find out if they're ready. In St. Louis with the Bengals, I'm Dan Carroll. We'll go ahead and send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, DC. On the surface, this would appear to be a game that might just be too much for the Bengals, but game one against Baltimore had that look, and as well as the meeting with Kansas City, which was undefeated when they came to Paul Brown Stadium. Yeah, the Bengals are 6.5-point underdogs, and yes, the Rams are very tough at home, but we now know you can't count these guys out. Here's your Saturday scoop. The St. Louis Rams, 7-0 in the very loud Edward Jones Dome, already winners in the NFC West, and armed with all kinds of weapons. Marshall Faulk, who's run for over 100 yards in 4 of the last 5 games. Wideout, Torrey Holt, who leads the NFC in receiving yards with 1,518 and 11 TDs. Isaac Bruce will probably play, though he's been slowed by an ankle injury, plus a defense that thrives on its speed and turnovers.
Well, they're a good football team, and you know, they do a great job at home. They play fast. They're used to playing on the turf, and they do a good job. They're a pretty good football team out of the dome, too.
In the past, they have been the greatest show on turf, and it's going to be a battle, man. So our game plan, man, is make it a boring ball game, man. Fans may not want to see it, but we got to make it boring for them and come out with a victory, man.
The Bengal plan, grind it out on the ground with Rudy Johnson and Corey Dillon, and hopefully get an early score or two.
It's going to be big, man, because I think the more we can run the ball, the more we can keep the offense out the field. You know, running games obviously takes more time off the clock, keeps the chains moving, and we got to get them to the point where they get antsy on the sideline.
Because when the Rams, who incidentally ranked 22nd in rush defense, when they get antsy on offense, they will make mistakes. Quarterback Mark Bulger has thrown 20 interceptions this season.
We think he's going to make mistakes. It's just us being in the right position to take advantage of the mistakes.
The Bengals, who gave up over 500 yards last week against the Niners, will take a realistic approach against the Rams on the defensive side of the ball.
I don't think you can make them one-dimensional. The best hope you have is to you know, try to contain Marshall Faulk in the running game and force him to throw the ball and try to get some turnovers and different things like that. But I think if you go out and you just try to shut everything down, you're not going to be very good at anything. They're a very good offense.
And on offense, there are those who think the new Bengals will keep stride with the high-powered Rams.
Why wouldn't we? Of course.
Yeah, they may be the Rams, the fastest show on turf, but these are the new Bengals, and they are not intimidated by anyone anymore.
The secret's out, and, you know, we have to deal with it, and we're a good team, and we don't care who knows it.
There is no pressure, period. The word pressure does not exist when it comes to this offense of this team, period. Just another game.
Just another game. How about this? We will have 2-Dan coverage for you tomorrow in St. Louis. Dan Carroll, as you know, is already on the ground. My partner will be heading out in the morning.
I'm the bald one.
Yeah, to bring you extensive coverage on this very important game for the team.